Hey everybody, and welcome to my Decadent Life. My name is Jennifer. Nice to have you here. Today I'm going to be doing a look with the Beautycounter's new Starlight Eyeshadow Palette. This is from their Holiday 2019 gift sets that they launch. So this is the look I created on my eyes. I really love this. I was not going to buy this eyeshadow palette. When I saw it in the pictures, I was like, oh, you know, that's really pretty, but I don't really foresee myself getting a lot of use out of these, and I really feel that this color here in the center, this really pretty shimmery mica color, looked more silver, and I was like, I don't really know that I would use that or want that. But once I received the palette, it sure is a completely different color than what I thought. It's really hard for the camera to pick it up, but it's much more of a, like I keep saying, like a taupe sort of pink. Definitely has cooler tones to it and a little bit of this aqua shimmer in it, but it's beautiful, and it pairs wonderfully with the gray tone and then this really pretty blue on the corner here. So if you're interested in seeing the look I created, stick around. But I did just want to take a second and talk about a few more things that are, you know, part of the holiday set. The other one being the Beautycounter jellies. Like, when I saw these right away, I was like, what? The jellies, I was like, it said that they were lightly sweetened with stevia. And then I kind of thought, well, maybe they'd be a little bit like my Treat Beauty Balms. And in a way they are. They smell delicious. They have just a hint of subtle sweet, nothing that is overpowering. And once they're on my lips, I don't have an obnoxious smell lingering. So it's really comfortable for me to wear, even though I'm really sensitive to fragrance. Now, Beautycounter uses safe fragrance, and they disclose their safe fragrance. So they're not using a proprietary blend that they're trying to hide ingredients in or anything like that. But I sometimes still feel like a smell on my face is a little obnoxious, but these are wonderful. And I know for my 4-year-old, she is gonna go gaga over these, so I'm so excited to have these on hand. Now, I would describe these as a rich, balmy feeling. But once they warm up on your lips, they kind of melt in a little. It gets a little slipperier, and it gets a little bit smoother even, and a little bit more emollient. So upon first application, I was like, oh, it feels a little thick. Totally warmed up and totally fell madly in love with these. And I'm happy that I have them. The other thing I got was the Rosewood Lip Trios. The Rosewood lip gloss is in the permanent, you know, edition or whatever. So you can always get the Rosewood lip gloss, but they launched that same color in the Lip Sheer and the Color Intense. So I chose to use the Color Intense today, and then I did, just before I came on to film the intro, I put a little bit of the sheer in the center just to kind of see the difference. It's just what you would expect, a little bit more intense and a little bit more sheer. This sheer has a little bit more shine, and the intense is a little bit more satin. And I know people will be like, well, I won't need both of them. I kind of like, you know, on a day when I'm not at work, maybe I choose my sheer. A day that I'm at work, I choose my Color Intense, because the pigment really sticks around with the Color Intense. Even when the actual balminess of it wears away, I still feel like I have pigment left over. So for me, having them in these mini sizes and having the two options is a total bonus, as opposed to just having one or the other. And the other option, and what Beautycounter really encourages us to do with sets like this, is, you know, to maybe keep one for yourself and then gift another one. That is my little spiel on Beautycounter Holiday. I am so excited about it. So let me know what you think about this eye look, and stick around to watch how I achieved it. All right, so thanks for joining me. We are going to be hopping right into the Beautycounter Starlight Eyeshadow Palette. There, I feel like that's a better representation of the colors. Okay. And then the jellies. I've been having a blast with these. I mean, truth be told, when I first saw them, I was like, really? Beautycounter? What? But I'm loving them already. So I'm gonna prep my eyelids with the Ilia eye primer. And then I like to go in with the PYT concealer, All and Nothing concealer. This is in Fair Pink. I really like this on my eyelids. Not a ton on my face. I can get away with a little bit of this under my eyes in the summer when my skin is really moisturized. I feel like it does a good job of canceling out the pigment on my eyelids with just a little bit of product, and it gives it just enough tackiness with that Ilia primer underneath that everything really sticks nicely, but still is able to blend and move around. Okay, so I'm gonna go in first with this gray color Satellite on a medium-sized crease brush. This is my Wayne Goss number 17. This is my first time using this on my eyes. What I want to do is focus on the crease, but mostly the outer crease. Grabbing a little bit more, and then I'm going to feather down. And then actually, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more of that and take it down this corner. Okay, and then we are going to go into the color Aurora. Definitely like a very ballerina pink is how I would describe that. And I'm actually gonna take that on a little bit more of a packing style brush. This is the Beautycounter All Over Shadow Brush, I believe. I'm gonna focus this from the middle out. Brush from before, and just making sure I'm not covering too much. Blending together. Let me bring that up just a little bit more. And I'm just going to flip that brush around, and I'm going to go into this other color, Lunar. And in the camera, it looks definitely a little bit more white, but it is very, very faint pink. And then I'm just going to focus that on like the inner third of just the lid. Same thing. Grab that crease brush and just make sure I don't lose the dark pigment. Now I grabbed my Refer little pencil brush, and we are going to be brave and dip into Eclipse. This really shifts. It's not quite navy. It's not really like an electric blue. Cautiously under and then above. I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm going to gently raise my eyebrow because I do get really heavy on this corner. And then I'm just going to flick up. And then I'm gonna grab, this is the Wayne Goss 20 little guy, and I'm take a little bit more of Eclipse, and then I'm just gonna buff and soften. Hardly any extra product. I'm just really gonna use what is already there. Just fill that in. And then I'm just gonna gently brush, kind of pointed up, blend that upward a little bit more. So not too bad for dark blue. As far as fallout goes, I am fairly impressed. I think if you worked carefully, I would probably just do my eyes first to avoid any concerns, but for video purposes, it was nice to have my foundation already done. So now, I mean, that really could be your completed look, but I'm not going to deny that this is the star of the show. So I am going to, on one eye, just use my finger and see how it applies. And then the other eye, I am gonna get a little bit wild, and I'm actually gonna use a little bit of this True Glue eyelash adhesive. I've been looking for like a better option for glitter glue. I've been using the NYX glitter glue, and before that I think Too Faced. So there isn't really anything out there quite like that for like a shimmer topper like this. But if I really want that payoff, I really want something sticky down. And rather than just go back in with concealer, because then I'm covering up the pigment underneath it, this would technically dry clear. So we're gonna just try on my left eye and see how it applies with my finger. And the hard part is you can really get it on your finger, but then to press it into your eye, oh no, that works. And I was gonna say, and then to press it into your eye can be hard though. I got a little wild. I got a little too, I got wild. I just started putting it everywhere. That's okay though. All right, I am actually gonna grab with whatever I can on that brush and just sort of, well, I guess we're just gonna do it. We're going for it now. I do find when I use these, when I blink, because I'm wrinkly, they'll definitely transfer. But I still want to try my experiment. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, because what I want to do is just sort of pick it up while it's tacky still, and just sort of tap, tap, tap. Oh yeah, and it's not even really disrupting the pigment underneath. And then grabbing that shimmer product while it's still tacky. Oh yeah, that totally worked. But I don't think I would have needed to do that. I think the payoff without, you maybe would get a little less transfer this way. I just want to keep putting it on. Oh yeah, I did get more impact with this side than I did with this side. But that's perfect, because then you know you can build it up with using something sticky underneath. Can I build it up over here without something sticky? I think I'm noticing like a slight difference, but nothing too crazy. What do you guys think? I'll be able to tell when I'm editing. Okay, so mascara is on. This is the Clove and Hollow Flex Lash. And then for lips, we're gonna use one of the three from the Rosewood Trio. And to be honest, I love the sheers and the intense equally. They have always had separate colors, so there's never really been an issue of, you know, choosing one over the other. But I think today I want to use the Color Intense just because that is maybe what I gravitate towards a little bit more often than not, only because maybe when I'm at work I feel like this has a little bit more longevity of wear time, as opposed to the sheer feeling a little bit more slippery and maybe needing to be reapplied a little bit more often. So I did wipe my jelly off, but there is just a little bit of a balmy feeling left behind, and I'm not going to use any lip liner with this. There we go. So this is a really pretty color, but this fall I have really enjoyed wearing kind of mauves and more nudes, and so this is right up my alley. I think it pairs beautifully with this copper tone that is in my hair, and even though my eyes are cooler toned right now, I feel like this is enough neutral that it still wears okay with that cool tone. However, I probably would pair this with something a little bit warmer most of the time, and then maybe wear a little bit more of a lighter nude for my skin tone with an eye look like this. But for video purposes, I think that this is absolutely fine. All right, so that is the finished look. Thank you so much for joining me. Please follow me over on Instagram at Jennifer's My Decadent Life, and like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.